and so I shall.
Now this should be amusing. Off we go to combat! A finer scene of carnage I've yet to see!
Yes? Blood.
Haha, they're all so eager to die, aren't they? Hey. Here we go! Now this is more like
I still remember my first battle.
Well done, I say! Well done! Another foe fallen!
Mafarath, Andraste's earthly husband, and her betrayer.
Oh, let's just deal with these ones and move on.
Play fair!
Careful.
A point.
This has gone well.
Come, let's shed some blood!
No mercy.
There you go! What to do?
You could have just given up, you know. Likely a skill.
This really gets the blood pumping.
Off we go to combat!
Next time.
Haha, they're all so eager to die, aren't they?
I should like a trophy!
Always comes to this.
How invigorating that was.
Oh!
Haha, they're all so eager to die, aren't they?
Let's see!
Oh, really?
I hope I don't get blood all over
Here
me
we go!
again. I love this game.
Now this should be amusing.
Now we play a little.
This takes forever! Why do they bother? Come, let's shed some
I
blood!
hope someone was keeping score.
See there? That's a trap. I would watch out where I
Trap there.
Do you really wish to be beaten by an old woman?
What did I tell you?
Off we go to
Now
combat!
the fun part.
What a shame.
Ha-ha! A fine blow! Here we go!
You could have just given up, you know.
Now this should be amusing.
I've defeated one.
All the noise and bother.
Shame about the face!
I will fight if I must.
Oh, I
Maker's breath.
What a shame.
see! You must!
Oh, come now. You can't be serious.
That's it!
Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
Bad day, huh?
Blast.
As you desire.
Play fair!
Yeah, that's right. What did I do?
Now this is more like it! Another foe fallen! Aha! What to do?
Delightful.
I should like a trophy!
You could have just given up, you know.
Shame about the face! Now this should be amusing! What's this? Haha! Here we go! Why they bother? Such talent! Make this quick! If you let's see!
Go down.
What a shame.
I will
All
not
the
allow
Grey
it.
Wardens! There you go!
Too slow. Good shot. I love this game. I still remember my first battle. Time to dance. Ooh, now the fun part. Now we play a little. Shall we compete for points? Such fun!
What to do?
Good death rattle.
I think you could have just given up, you know. And so I shall. Couldn't we all just get along? No?
Let us end this.
And how's that? Hey now!
Nothing but excitement.
And how's that? There you
Don't get
go!
blood all over him.
Father!
How are we going to
What's this? Come, let's shed some blood!
nothing but excitement?
Nice swing.
You could have just given up, you know.
I love this game.
It's so precious the way you go on. Truly, it is.
Ah, wonderful!
Got him.
Delighted. All the noise and bother. Now this is more like it.
Shame about the face! Oh, Off we go to combat!
Really want to be beaten by an
A
old
finer scene of carnage I have yet to see!
Shall we go and ask it to nicely die?
Ha ha ha! Play fair! Hey now! I should like a trophy! Such talent! If you must!
Do you really
Like
wish
you
to
remember
be
my
beaten by
first
an old
battle?
woman?
That's a lot of blood.
Well, that's one less to worry about.
Couldn't we all just get along? No?
Let's see! Now this should be amusing! Off we go to combat!
Ah, this really gets the
What
blood
a
pumping.
shame.
How
Yes!
invigorating that was.
All right.
We seem to be heading up. Yeah. And up to the surface.
See there? That's a trap.
Stay down!
We must have victory.
Never goes like I planned.
It's so precious the way you go on. Truly, it is.
Come, let's shed some blood! Ah! Ha ha! Well done, I say, well done!
I'll try to be more careful.
As you desire.
Stop! You will go no further! You do not have the right to demand my name. You have defiled our temple. You have spilled the blood of the faithful and slaughtered our young. No more! You will tell me now, intruder, why you have done all this. Why have you come here? You did this all for an ancient relic. The prophet Andraste has overcome death itself, and has returned to her faithful in a form more radiant than you can imagine. Not even the Tevinter Imperium could hope to slay her now. What hope do you have? They are still within this temple, but why do we need ashes when we serve the risen Andraste in all her glory? So you are after the ashes? Perhaps there is a way for you to make up for your desecration of our home and temple? Perhaps, through Andraste's mercy, her greatest enemy will become her greatest champion. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Father Colgrim. I lead the disciples of Andraste. The ashes you seek reside atop this mountain, watched by an immortal guardian who refuses to accept the truth of the risen lady. Now the ashes prevent Holy Andraste from fully realizing her new form. They are a remnant of her past incarnation, and she cannot move on as long as they exist. The beloved needs to reclaim the ashes, to make them her own again. All it would take is a drop of her blood. Blood carries power, strength, knowledge! Through it, all the power that is held in the ashes will be returned to Our Lady. The Guardian has foiled all our attempts to reach the urn. He keeps what power remains from the true Andraste. He knows the disciples, and we cannot touch him, for he draws his strength from the ashes themselves. But you could deliver Our Lady what is rightfully hers.
I can just imagine the Grand Cleric if she were here. Her head would explode, I kid you not.
There is nothing but madness in his words. He is a fanatic, and a dangerous one. Be warned, he means to lead you astray.
The rewards for performing such a service would be great indeed. Many have been led here, but only you had the fortitude and skill to survive the temple. You were led here by Andraste's hand to do her work. The task is simple. I give you a vial of the holy Andraste's blood, and you empty the vial into the ashes. Whatever magic was held in the ashes will be undone, and our great lady will be freed from the shackles of her past life!
I don't know if I like the idea of us helping this Colgrim.
Once that is done, you will have earned your place as our honored brother. You only need a small pinch for that. The rest of the power contained in the ashes must be returned to Andraste. The rewards will be great. You will share in Andraste's power and be blessed as one of her own. Then we cannot allow you to leave here. To arms, my brethren! Andraste will grant us victory!
And so I shall.
Our Lady will guide on your entrails!
If you must! You could have just given up, you know.
Another foe! A little bloodletting.
There you go!
Another battle it is!
Now this is more like it. Why they bother?
Not at all.
All the noise and bother. Ah! Such talent! Let's see! Aha! What to do?
How invigorating that was.
Delighted. Now this is interesting. Now this should be amusing. Play fair! Shame about the fate! Close! A fine
Now
blow!
the fun part. Ha! Time to dance. I love this game. Some glory.
Hey now! Here we go! Come, let's shed some blood!
Mercy.
Oh, I see! I should like a trophy!
Right then.
And so I shall.
Fine, don't
Of course. Delighted. Off we go to combat! Ah, wonderful!
I bid you welcome, Pilgrim. Yes, I am the Guardian of the Ashes. I have waited years for this. It has been my duty, my life, to protect the urn and prepare the way for the faithful who come to revere Andraste. For years beyond counting have I been here, and shall I remain until my task is done and the Imperium has crumbled into the sea. Ah, is it not? Then perhaps this is the beginning of the end. Colgrim knows not of what he speaks. His heart is laced with poison, and he has led many astray. When my brethren and I carried Andraste from Tevinter to this sanctuary, we vowed to forever revere her memory and guard her. I have watched generations of my brethren take up the mantle of their fathers. For centuries they did this, unwavering, joyful in their appointed task. But now they have lost their way. They have forgotten Andraste and their promise. No, our Andraste has gone to the Maker's side. She will not return. The dragon is a fearsome creature, and they must have seen her as an alternative to the absent Maker and his silent Andraste. A true believer would not require audacious displays of power. It began with an ancestor of the one known as Colgrim. He saw himself as a new prophet, preaching the rebirth. Some disagreed with him. I heard their cries of pain and loss, which were quickly silenced. The Maker will sit in judgment of them when the time comes. When my brethren and I carried Andraste from Tevinter to this sanctuary, we vowed to forever revere her memory. I am all that remains of the first disciples. I swore I would protect the urn as long as I lived, and I have lived a very long time. Did anyone really know her, save the Maker? She would sometimes spend weeks alone in meditation, often without food or water. I cannot express in words my love for Andraste. You must seek her out for yourself. Everyone must. I made a vow to Andraste and to the Maker. My life is tied to the ashes. As long as they remain, so will I. You already know that the urn contains the remains of the prophet Andraste. What else is there to tell? You have come to honor Andraste, and you shall, if you prove yourself worthy. It is not my place to decide your worthiness. The gauntlet does that. If you are found worthy, you will see the urn and be allowed to take a small pinch of the ashes for yourself. If not, the gauntlet tells the true pilgrims from the false. You will undergo 4 tests of faith, and we shall see how your soul fares. You will understand what it is when you face it. Before you go, there is something I must ask. I see that the path that led you here was not easy. There is suffering in your past, your suffering, and the suffering of others. Tamlin was one of your tribe, a blood brother. You left him in the ruins, left him to his fate. Tell me, pilgrim, did you fail Tamlin? Thank you. That is all I wish to know.
You are too hard on yourself. No one's perfect.
Accept your failings, but do not let them govern your life.
And now the self-flagellation? Oh, that is what comes next in these things, no?
And what of those that follow you? Alistair, Knight, and Warden. You wonder if things would have been different if you were with Duncan on the battlefield. You could have shielded him from the killing blow. You wonder, don't you, if you should have died and not him?
Yes. If Duncan had been saved and not me, everything would be better. If I just had the chance, maybe I...
Ask your question, Guardian. I am ready.
You are ever the advisor, ready with a word of wisdom. Do you wonder if you spout only platitudes, burned into your mind in the distant past? Perhaps you are only a tool, used to spread the word of the Circle and the Chantry. Does doubt ever chip away at your truths?
You frame the statement in the form of a question, yet you already know our answers. There is no sense in hiding, is there? Yes, I do doubt at times. Only the fool is completely certain of himself.
And the uneven elf.
Oh, is it my turn now? Hurrah! I'm so excited.
Many have died at your hand. But is there any you regret more than a woman by the name of...
How do you know about that?
I know much. It is allowed to me. The question stands, however. Do you regret?
Yes, the answer is yes, if that's what you wish to know. I do. Now move on.
The way is open. Good luck, and may you find what you seek.
The unnatural are always so bothersome.
Oh, it always comes to this, doesn't it?
Now this is more like it.
Are ridiculously awesome.
She wields the broken sword and separates true kings from tyrants. Of what do I speak? She wields the broken sword and separates true kings from tyrants. Of what do I speak? That is not of what I speak.
What's all this? Why do they bother? It's so precious. Truly, it is blood.
No man has seen it, but all men know it. Lighter than air, sharper than any sword. Comes from nothing, but will fell the strongest armies. Of what do I speak? No man has seen it, but all men know it. Lighter than air, sharper than any sword. Comes from nothing, but will fell the strongest armies. Of what do I speak? Yes, hunger was the weapon used against the wicked men of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker kindled the sun's flame, scorching the land. Their crops failed, and their armies could not march. Then he opened the heavens and bade the waters flow, and washed away their filth. I am Cather, disciple of Andraste and commander of her armies. I saw these things done, and knew the Makers smiled on us.
A poison of the soul, passion's cruel counterpart. From love she grows, till love lies slain. Of what do I speak? Yes, jealousy drove me to betrayal. I was the greatest general of the Alamari, but beside her I was nothing. Hundreds fell before her on bended knee. They loved her, as did the Maker. I loved her too. But what man can compare with a god?
I'd neither a guest nor a trespasser be. In this place I belong, that belongs also to me. Of what do I speak? It was my dream for the people to have a home of their own, where we would have no masters but ourselves. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and thus we followed Andraste against the Imperium. But she was betrayed, and so were we.
Echoes from a shadow realm, whispers of things yet to come. Thought's strange sister dwells in night, is swept away by dawning light. Of what do I speak? A dream came upon me as my daughter slumbered beneath my heart. It told of her life, and of her betrayal and death. I am sorrow and regret. I am a mother weeping bitter tears for a daughter she could not save.
The smallest lark could carry it, while a strong man might not. Of what do I speak? Yes, I was Andraste's dearest friend in childhood, and always we would sing. She celebrated the beauty of life, and all who heard her would be filled with joy. They say the Maker himself was moved by Andraste's song, and then she sang no more of simple things.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The debt of blood must be paid in full. Of what do I speak? Yes, my husband Hissarion would have chosen a quick death for Andraste. I made him swear that she would die publicly with her war leaders, that all would know the Imperium's strength. I am justice. I am vengeance. Blood can only be repaid in blood.
The bones of the world stretch towards the sky's embrace, veiled in white, like a bride greeting her groom. Of what do I speak? Yes. I carried Andraste's ashes out of Tevinter into the mountains to the east, where she could gaze ever into her Maker's sky. No more fitting a tomb than this could we find.
It's so cold here, brother. Do you feel it? The chill eats at my bones. You think, this cannot be Tamlin? Tamlin is gone. He is only footsteps in the dust. I am Tamlin, and yet I am not. I am part of the Gauntlet, and part of you. Some things lost can never be found. Some mistakes never unmade. Those that survive must go on living. You have suffered enough, thinking that you could have done something. It is time to leave that behind. Take this. It is nothing compared to the crafts of our fathers, but it should serve you well. I wish you well, my friend. We will not meet again.
Poor animals. Why do they attack?
And how's that?
Delighted.
Oh, bother! And how's that?
Now this I can do.
Likely unskilled.
Good shot. I still remember my first battle. Killing yourself.
Here we go.
Dignity, no?
A bit more time. Now this should be amusing.
You can't be serious.
You can. A finer scene of carnage I have yet to see.
Uh-oh. I'm terrible at puzzles. Hey, you see those thingies over on the side of that huge chasm? I bet they're used for something. Maybe I should touch them or stand on them?
Yes. Next time we see a strange contraption, why don't you just go stand on it? If something bad happens, hey, we know it's a trap.
You don't really think they're traps, do you? Yes. Oh, look at that. I don't think it's solid enough to stand on, but it's a start.
My friend.
And the piece of bridge appears solid. But perhaps someone else should go first. Shall we?
Are we in a hurry? Of course.
You fare well?
I am yours.
A task?
Let us be careful.
Greetings to you.
I stand ready.
I'm ready.
Come, let's have a move on.
Your wish?
Yes?
Shall we go?
Well, that was fascinating. How do you think that was accomplished? Mirrors? Magic?
Well, let's just deal with these ones and move on. Such talent!
We must strike.
It's so precious the way you go on. Truly, it is.
Armed and armored, you have tried to approach Andraste. Why have you committed this act of defiance? In the Maker's eyes, a beggar may as well be a king, or a king a beggar. He cares not for the privilege granted by birth. One can only find spiritual truth by casting aside earthly possessions and seeing them for the deceptions they are. No, you have passed through the flame. There is no going back. You have shown that you are not worthy of the ashes. May the Maker take you into his arms and forgive you.
Poor animals. Why do they attack? How delightfully unskilled. Here we go! Another foe! Punch it like a
Good shot. Let's make this quick. Too slow. Shall we compete for points?
Down! Well done, I say. Well done.
Awesome.
Uh-oh. I'm terrible at puzzles. Hey, you see those thingies over on the side of that huge chasm? I bet they're used for something. Maybe I should touch them or stand on them?
Yes. Next time we see a strange contraption, why don't you just go stand on it? If something bad happens, hey, we know it's a trap.
You don't really think they're traps, do you?
Now, what's all this?
It was a legend. I didn't believe.
Armed and armored, you have tried to approach Andraste. One can only find spiritual truth.
Well, let's just deal with these ones and move on. There you go! Haha! Here we go!
I hope someone was
I
keeping
think we work
score.
well together.
have been through the trials of the gauntlet. You have walked the path of Andraste, and like her, you have been cleansed. You have proven yourself worthy, pilgrim. Approach the sacred ashes.
I didn't think anyone could succeed in finding Andraste's final resting place. But here she is.
I could not have asked for a greater honor than to be here. I will never forget this feeling.
Nice vase. I should get one for my house.
Of course. All right.
Welcome back. You were gone for quite some time. Well, did you find it? Is that? Oh, there's some dust on... No, that's not dust. Oh, Maker, I'm not worthy to look upon. What was it like, coming to the urn, I mean? Tests? Interesting. Very interesting. Perhaps my research will not seem so much like blasphemy to the Chantry now. We must organize an expedition. There is so much history here, it must be studied. And pilgrims should be allowed to come to the urn. But the urn belongs to all the faithful. How can you deny this to them? No, we must share it.
You have noble intentions, Brother Genitivi. But can you say the same of your brethren in the Chantry?
So everyone comes by and takes some ashes from the urn. Ooh, I hope that urn is self-replenishing.
And perhaps charge an entrance fee, no?
I will spread this good news or die trying. I must return home. I have much to do. If you ever find yourself in Denerim, please visit me. I am not a rich man, but I have a small collection of interesting artifacts, and I do owe you a reward for coming to my rescue. I hope to see you soon, my friend.
You return. Might you have news? What of him? He awaits my brother's decision on his fate. No, I cannot do that. He almost killed my brother. If Eamon wishes to pardon the mage, he will, when he awakes. You have? Wonderful. Let us go at once to Eamon's side and see if the urn's healing powers live up to their reputation.
Where am I?
Be calm, brother. You have been deathly ill for a very long time. Do you remember nothing?
Tegan? What are you doing here? Where is Isolde?
I am here, my husband.
And Connor? Where is my boy? Where is our son?
He lives. Though many others are dead. There is much to tell you, husband.
Dead? Then it was not a dream.
Much has happened since you fell ill, brother. Some of it will not be easy for you to hear.
Then tell me. I wish to hear all of it. This is most troubling. There is much to be done, that is true. But I should first be thankful to those who have done so much. Grey Warden, you have not only saved my life, but kept my family safe as well. I am in your debt. Will you permit me to offer you a reward for your service? I understand, but regardless of your motivations, I feel you are worthy of a reward. I would like to honor your efforts, nothing more. Then allow me to declare you and those traveling with you champions of Redcliffe. You will always be a welcome guest within these halls. And for you, Warden, a shield of the same make as those that have been given to our finest knights.
We should speak of Loghain, brother. There is no telling what he will do once he learns of your recovery.
Loghain instigates a civil war even though the Darkspawn are on our very doorstep. Long I have known him. He is a sensible man, one who never desired power.
I was there when he announced he was taking control of the throne, Eamon. He is mad with ambition, I tell you.
Mad indeed. Mad enough to kill Cailan, to attempt to kill myself and destroy my lands. Whatever happened to him, Loghain must be stopped. What's more, we can scarce afford to fight this war to its bitter end. We have no time to wage a campaign against him. Someone must surrender if Ferelden is to have any chance at fighting the Darkspawn. I will spread word of Loghain's treachery, both here and against the king. But it will be but a claim made without proof. Those claims will give Loghain's allies pause, but we must combine it with a challenge Loghain cannot ignore. We need someone with a stronger claim to the throne than Loghain's daughter, the Queen.
Are you referring to Alistair, brother? Are you certain?
I would not propose such a thing if we had an alternative, but the unthinkable has occurred. Tegan and I have a claim through marriage, but we would seem opportunists, no better than Loghain. Alistair's claim is by blood.
And what about me? Does anyone care what I want?
You have a responsibility, Alistair. Without you, Loghain wins. I would have to support him for the sake of Ferelden. Is that what you want?
But I... No, my lord.
I see only one way to proceed. I will call for a landsmeet, a gathering of all of Ferelden's nobility in the city of Denerim. There, Ferelden can decide who shall rule, one way or another. Then the business of fighting our true foe can begin. What say you to that, my friend? I do not wish to proceed without your blessing. None of this would be possible without you. You led Alistair here. You saved my life with the urn of sacred ashes. It's your lead I follow. I am a credible enough figure in this nation to call the landsmeet, but I hold no illusions that I could face Loghain without you. Surely you see that. That depends. If we cannot get a consensus in the landsmeet for Alistair, we cannot afford to oppose Loghain either. Does that mean Loghain could win? A man who killed his own king, who has gone mad with power? Perhaps. We must see that he does not. You have already found allies, but we need those to fight Darkspawn. I truly believe the landsmeet is our best option. We could attempt to wage a military campaign against Loghain, but even if we win, would we have enough left to defeat the Darkspawn?
No, but neither would Loghain.
Perhaps Loghain gambles on this attitude, that everyone will decide facing the Darkspawn is more vital than facing him, so that he leads us against the Horde. You think he had me poisoned? He wanted me gone without having to confront me directly. If I call for a landsmeet, refusing the compromise and attacking Redcliffe will only support our accusations. I'm sure he'd rather I died from the poison. Had the demon not interfered, that's exactly what would have happened. Unless we convince some of Loghain's allies to abandon him, that's not likely to happen. Our army is not large enough. As a Grey Warden, you may gather allies to you, but we need those forces to face the Darkspawn, not to battle against our own. Very well. I will send out the word. But before we proceed, I believe there is the matter of the mage, my son's tutor. He still lives, I understand.
He does. He is in the dungeon, brother.
Have him brought here, Tegan. I wish to see him. Jowan, what you have done is not in question. You tried to assassinate me and set into motion a series of events that nearly destroyed everything I cherish. What have you to say in your own defense?
Nothing, my lord. Other than to say I am sorry. I expect no mercy for what I've done.
I see. Grey Warden, have you anything to say on Jowan's behalf? Oh? That is unexpected. And what would you have me do? As the injured party, my ability to see the merciful path is strained. That I cannot do. He is a Maleficar, and I cannot unleash him on a land already racked by war and chaos. I am sorry. Jowan, I hereby turn you over to the Tower of the Circle of Magi. May the Maker have mercy on your soul.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, back to the matter of the Landsmeet. We should head to Denerim as soon as possible. I can delay that, however, if you have other plans. I would prefer not giving Loghain time to consider, but it is up to you. I do not wish to go to Denerim unless you are with me. Excellent. I shall make the arrangements. Let us be off to Denerim, and may the Maker watch over us. Denerim is the heart and soul of Ferelden. It was the city of King Calenhad, the birthplace of Andraste. As stubborn as a Mabari, and as good to have on your side. If we defeat Loghain here, the rest of the nation will follow us. By calling the Landsmeet, I've struck the first blow. The advantage, for the moment, is ours. He will have little choice but to show himself, to oppose us directly. He will strike back at us. The only question that remains is how soon. Loghain, this is an honor, that the Regent would find time to greet me personally.
How could I not welcome a man so important as to call every lord in Ferelden away from his estates, while a blight claws at our land?
The blight is why I'm here. With Cailan dead, Ferelden must have a king to lead it against the Darkspawn.
Ferelden has a strong leader. Its queen. And I lead her armies. And who is this, Eamon? Some new stray you picked up on the road? And here I thought it was only royal bastards you play the nursemaid to, not wild elves.
Well, you're admitting the royal part. That's a start.
You have my sympathies on what happened to your order. It is unfortunate that they chose to turn against Ferelden. You should curb your tongue. This is my city, and no safe place to speak treason. For anyone. There is talk that your illness left you feeble, Eamon. Some worry that you may no longer be fit to advise Ferelden.
Illness? Why not call your poison by its true name? Not everyone at the Landsmeet will cast aside their loyalties as easily as you and these sycophants.
How long you've been gone from court, Eamon? Don't you recognize Rendon Howe, Arl of Amaranthine, and Terran of Highever?
And current Arl of Denerim, since Urien's unfortunate fate at Ostagar. The Regent has been generous to those who prove loyal.
Don't interrupt, Churl. Your betters are talking.
Enough, Calthrian. This is not the time or place. I had hoped to talk you down from this rash course, Eamon. Our people are frightened. Our king is dead. Our land is under siege. We must be united now if we are to endure this crisis. Your own sister, Queen Rowan, fought tirelessly to see Ferelden restored. Would you see her work destroyed? You divide our nation and weaken our efforts against the Blight, with your selfish ambitions to the throne. Kalen depended on the Grey Warden's prowess against the Darkspawn, and look how well that ended. Let us speak of reality rather than tall tales. Stories will not save us.
I cannot forgive what you've done, Loghain. Perhaps the Maker can, but not I. Our people deserve a king of the Theron bloodline. Alistair will be the one to lead us to victory in this blight.
Oh, is that all I have to do? No pressure.
The Emperor of Orlais also thought I could not bring him down. Expect no more mercy than I showed him. There is nothing I would not do for my homeland.
Well, that was bracing. I didn't expect Loghain to show himself quite so soon. Maker knows. Perhaps he's gone mad. I would have imagined pigs would fly before Loghain MacTyr would turn against our king. My sister married King Merrick while he was still in exile. At that time, he and Loghain were inseparable. The wild prince who'd never seen the inside of a castle and the farmer's son. When Loghain joined Merrick's rebels, he was just a raw-boned boy, but he got on one knee to swear that he would see Ferelden free or die trying. The Orlesian occupation. Merrick's mother was the rebel queen, the one who kept the heart of Ferelden beating when so much of it seemed dead. It was a tragedy she never lived to see her son take her throne. We need eyes and ears in the city. Loghain has been here for months. The roots of all his schemes must begin here. The sooner we find them, the better we can turn them to our advantage. Go have a look around, and see what you can turn up. Better yet, find the nobles who have arrived for the landsmeet. Test the waters. See how many will support us. When you're ready to talk strategy, come upstairs to my sitting room. We can lay out our plans for the landsmeet then.
His lordship sends no notice he's coming, and now the house is full of guests. Andraste preserve us, this will be the death of me. Denuel is like to have a fit. Our Lehman needs to show up without notice more often.
You know, I could get to like this. The last time I came to Denerim, I stayed at an inn so filthy the bedbugs had fleas. You call? Again? I'm game.
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it? Something I can help with? Denerim is Ferelden's most important city, yes? This is the seat of power, the jewel in the crown of the king. She is Ferelden's heart. Her walls are strong, but within them lies so much beauty, just like the country and the people.
I hope all the accommodations are to your liking, Warden. Please let me know if anything is troubling you.
Of course.
So many visitors, so many chamber pots to clean. Oh. If they keep tracking mud up here, it's going to take a month to get it all out. So many visitors, so many... a month to get it all out.
I got a moment, sure. You want to be a berserker? Thought I'd never see the day. You're a monster on the field already, Warden, but your style just doesn't give itself to mad rage. Too much thinking, too much, finesse. But if you know someone fit for this type of work, I'll teach him. It'll be nice to have another berserker to grunt at for a change. If you want to think like a berserker, drop fair from your vocabulary. If it works, that's all. Aye, all right then.
We'll need white sugar for those cakes, Ilana, not barley sugar. They're for the oral. Dinner's not ready yet, and don't ask. It'll be served when it's done, and that's that. Now, shoo, out of my kitchen.
We had a whole wagon load of potatoes.
Can't talk
so
now,
rotten,
sir.
They didn't
Mistress
even
Agatha
shower.
would have my hide.
They just crawled away.
Can't talk now, sir. Mistress Agatha would have my
Someone keep those cats out of my cream!
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind? It is no trouble.
Ah, I see it found some of the crystals that I told it about. Well done. So, what does it think? They don't make me look any wider, do they? I find I'm already too wide as it is. It must be the vertical pattern it put them in. Did it know to do that? It must have. I think it should find some more as soon as possible. I want to glitter from ear to ear, so to speak. Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical.
Excuse me, I have to dust the Earl's sitting room. No, I'm from Redcliffe. Lady Isolde brought me here to be her chambermaid last spring. I've family here, though. I beg your pardon, sir, but I really can't be seen standing about. The housekeeper will have my head. Good day.
If one more servant asks if I would like a change of clothes, I will set the house on fire.
What comes, my friend?
This is not as defensible as I would like, but it will do. You called. As you wish. Ah, Warden. I trust you've made yourself comfortable. Good, because it's likely to be your last rest for a while. This is Elena. She's...
I am Queen Enora's handmaiden. She sent me here to ask for your help.
Or perhaps the young lady prefers to speak for herself.
The Queen, she is in a difficult position. She loved her husband, no? And trusted her father to protect him. When he returns with no king and only dark rumors, what is she to think? She worries, no? But when she tries to speak with him, he does not answer. He tells her not to trouble herself. My queen suspects she cannot trust her father. And Logain, he is very subtle, no? But when and how, he is privy to all the secrets and not so subtle. So she goes to how? A visit from the queen to the new Isle of Denrum is only a matter of courtesy. And she demands answers. They now know she is a threat to her father's power. I think her life is in danger. I heard Howe say she would be a greater ally dead than alive, especially if her death could be blamed on Owl Eamon.
We may have no choice but to trust Honora. The Queen is well loved. If Logain succeeded in pinning her death on me, I'm not sure that's a risk we can afford to take.
I have some uniforms. I'll hire so many new guards every day. A few more will not cause much stir. I will show you to the servants' entrance. We must slip in and out with my queen before anyone is the wiser. I will go ahead to House Estate. Meet me there as soon as you can.
I'm glad you decided to help. With Honora's knowledge, we have a far better chance against Logain. From Elena's story, he turned against her first. If he truly intends to sacrifice her, I think it will be strong motivation to break the parental bonds. In any event, I would far rather have the opportunity to ask such things of her than simply hear about her murder. If Honora speaks out against Logain, hers would indeed be one of the most powerful voices of the Landsmeet. No more easily than without you there. There will be none to see it, save those who are already loyal to Logain. And given your reputation, Warden, I think Logain knows it's safer to carry out his plots far from where you can disrupt them. As you like. My palace is your palace.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away.
All right. And so I shall.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You have not asked me about my conscience for some time, my darling Wynne.
That is correct. And I am not your darling.
So once again I am rejected, just as I am by the cruel, cruel fates. They are harsh mistresses to the elves.
Zevran, I am old enough to be your grandmother.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
And what would you do with me if you had me, This is a game you play, nothing more.
You are a cynical woman, Wynne. Cynical and powerful. It drives me mad with desire.
I am going to walk away now.
Turn your attention elsewhere. My business does not concern you. Thank you and farewell.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him.
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board? I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. And pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste. The archivist tends the books, and I tend the sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds. My thought exactly. But I'm perpetually amazed at how quickly people accept fantastic claims at face value. A hawker on the street will claim to have an actual finger bone of Andraste. In this city alone, you could make the skeleton of 10 prophets from fingers alone. Curators often accept them as genuine. I worry about the authenticity of even our most holy artifacts. Really? Oh, pardon my incredulity. I would like to examine them in any event. Let me see. The scrolls are old, no question, and the script. It's written in cipher. Early believers used them to keep their writings safe from the Devinter Magus. These could be authentic. Please, let me examine it. I need parchment, quill, and ink. What was the trick to the cipher again? I examined your scrolls. I know a few of the early Chantry ciphers, but I'm not fully familiar with this one. The bits I have made out. This may be an account of Maferath's final days, and perhaps more. I know. It's remarkable. The same Maferath who betrayed our prophet and saw her burn alive in Minrath Rus. If we could get a real translation, well, it could be the find of our lifetime. When I finish decoding it, absolutely. But it will not be easy. It could take months. The ciphers were designed to be difficult for the Magisters to decrypt. Who knows what secrets we can uncover, what truths we can find. Here is all of the allowance I have for acquisitions. Take it and go. 1,000 blessings.
They shall be named Maleficar, accursed. Ones. They shall find no rest in this world or beyond.
I was getting to that bar.
What? No mention of dessert? Surely this isn't...
Welcome back. You looking for fine armor? You have what?
Dragon scale? Real dragon scale? Marvelous. Look how it reflects the light.
How did you get... You know, I don't want to know.
Alas, traveler, I must confess I have not the skill. Why, oh maker, do you torment me? If you find Drakeskill, sir, and if I could practice then, one day, I could make a fine set of armor for you.
Oh, there, Master Wade. He does get terribly emotional at times. Come again. Welcome back. You looking for fine armor? Of course.
He's back! Have you reconsidered? I can make such fine armor with your scales. Cost? I should be paying you, friend, for the right, no, the privilege.
Pay him? No, Wade, no. We'll charge you.
I'll hear nothing of that, Heron. This is my shop, and working on Drake's scales won't cost a bloody Elysian penny. It will take however long it takes. You don't rush a masterpiece, my good man.
Yes, that's right. It could take months, years even. You should just leave.
It won't take that long, Heron. Unless I did some inlays of... Oh, I know.
Yes, it wouldn't be complete without the, inlays. Of course, the customer would have to agree.
Excellent. You won't regret it. Think of the possibilities, Heren. Think of it.
I'm trying to stop. You're here about your order?
I've barely even begun and you're pestering me.
Oh, get back to work. Come to see our fine goods before they sell out? Certainly.
I would watch out were I you.
And so here is the mighty Grey Warden at long last. The crows send their greetings once again.
So they sent you, Taliesin. Or did you volunteer for the job?
I volunteered, of course. When I heard that the great Zevran had gone rogue, I simply had to see it for myself.
Is that so? Well, here I am, in the flesh.
You can return with me, Zevran. I know why you did this, and I don't blame you. It's not too late. Come back and we'll make up a story. Anyone can make a mistake. You don't even know who you're talking about, do you?
And neither do you, Taliesin. I'm sorry, my old friend, but the answer is no. I'm not coming back. And you should have stayed in Antiva.
On your gun!
See there? That's a trap. I would watch out.
I'm going to enjoy this!
I didn't see I could fight!
I'm going to enjoy all footwork!
On your gun!
Shame about the face! Come and face a judgment I see! Now this is more like It's so precious the way you go on. Truly it is.
Now we're going to battle.
Let's see!
I still remember
We go to combat! A finer scene of carnage I have yet to see!
Delighted.
And there it is. Taliesin is dead. And I am free of the crows. They will assume that I am dead along with Taliesin. So long as I do not make my presence known to them, they will not seek me out. I do not know. It seems I have options now, whereas once I had none. I suppose it would be possible for me to leave now if I wished. I could go far away, somewhere where the crows would never find me. I think, however, that I could also stay here. I made an oath to help you, after all, and saving the world seems a worthy task to see through to the end, yes? Then stay I shall. I am with you until the end. Provided you do not tire of me first. Or I die. Or you die. But there you go. Let us return to the task at hand, then. There is still much to be done, yes?
Over here!
For the 100th time, his...
The servants' entrance is on the other side of the house. We must slip past this crowd to reach it. We will have to be very careful. Our How is inside. The estate is in poor repair. The new owl, he has not been very prompt in paying his workmen. I will be right behind you.
No, the carpenter's craft hall has had enough of house. Not be put off again.
Nor will the stone...
This way.
It's been a month since we've seen so much as a coin of Howe's for our work.
His lordship is much engaged with the region. He will hear your...
And so I shall. As you desire.
Someone's creeping around down there. Go check it out.
Aha! What to do?
Shall we compete for points?
Why bother? I should like a trophy.
This is annoying.
Off we go to combat.
Close.
Wonderful.
This way. Be careful. Someone is coming.
The owl used to come here in the winter when I was small. I, slept with the hounds.
I can distract the guards, but you must move quickly. Hurry! My lady does not have much time. Are you all prepared? I will go distract the guards. These two know who is allowed to come and go. They will not be fooled. But the uniform should work on most of those inside. I will lure them into the courtyard. Wait in the bushes. Oh, you must come! I saw something! By the fountain! I think it was a darkspawn!
Darkspawn?
They will drag us all underground to be eaten!
Should we call for help?
Did you fall off a cart full of stupid? Call for help? So they can see us act like scared little girls because of some knife-eared wench?
They will eat us all alive! Please get help!
If there is something out there and we don't sound the alarm, we'll look worse than scared.
Andraste's holy knickers. Fine, we'll check the courtyard, if it'll keep you from wetting yourself. But there's nothing there.
Thank you. Oh! It was over here! Quickly! Ah, it took me forever to be rid of those two. You must be careful now. The servants, they will not look closely at anyone in uniform. All guards are alike to a cook, no? But you should not draw attention to yourself. Most of the guards are new. They will not know you for a stranger at a glance. It is best to keep your distance from all of them and try to blend in. She's in the guest room of the main hall. Andraste, guide us. We must be cautious here. My lady's life depends upon it. After you.
This kitchen is a disgrace. How did the old Arl servants ever cook anything in here?
No one ever said the Kendalls had any sense.
For Andraste's sake, don't speak ill of the dead. This roast is going to be charred on one side. Just trim it and feed the scraps to the dog. Baden, fetch me the celery root from the larder. Quickly, child. We're late with dinner as it is.
Bad luck living
Yes,
in a house
ma'am.
where the whole family got killed. I say Hal ought to level the thing and build a new one.
He'd have to knock down every place he owns it.
So you've time for idle gossiping.
3 nights in a row. For all we know, it's not mutton. Hal's too cheap to buy it. Cook's probably roasting the elves that broke in here. You realize that doesn't help.
When did you get back from Highever?
Day before yesterday. Oh, I've never been so happy to leave a place in my life.
Not in the tongues of all the nations of the world may the Maker's mercy be expressed. Before the light, words become the clattering of pebbles on a mountainside. I may win great battle.
As you desire. Of course.
The Grey Warden is here, my lady.
Thank the Maker. I would greet you properly, but I'm afraid we've had a setback. How am I supposed to answer that? Shall I try to shove my crown under the door? Do you think the royal family has a secret knock? My host was not content with leaving me under heavy guard. He sealed the door by magic.
We must get her out of there.
Don't panic, Erlina. Find the mage who cast the spell. He'll most likely be at Hal's side. Well, if he didn't know you were here, he soon will.
Please, Walden, I beg you, do not leave my queen here.
Free me, and I promise you my aid in the landsmeet.
We do not have much time. We must go before the guards discover us. Theron Howe will probably be in his rooms. They're at the end of the hall, on the left. Theron Howe is probably in his room. On your left.
And so I shall.
The housekeeper will hear us.
Everyone's at dinner, don't worry.
In that case.
Who goes there?
I thank you for creating such distraction, stranger. I have been waiting days for the opportunity. Do you think you could... Alistair? Is that you?
Who? Wait. I do know you. You were at my joining. He's one of us. A warden from Orlais. Jada, I think. Or was it Montsemar? I'm afraid I don't remember your name.
I'm Riordan, senior warden of Jada, but born and bred in Highever, and glad to be home. Yes, these are my records. The names of the dead I could recognize at Ostagar. What I could find of Duncan's own recruitment records. Copies of the joining ritual I rescued from our Denerim vault. Those should never be seen by any outside eyes, but I trust in their encryption. Would that I could, for Ferelden sorely needs them. But for the joining to work, the recruit needs not only fresh darkspawn blood, but a drop of blood preserved from an archdemon. Ferelden's supply should have been in the vault, but it was gone. I can only imagine someone took it out and Loghain either confiscated or destroyed it. I saw him going to the dungeons. He may still be there. Because I wasn't there. I was sent from Orlais when we received no word from King Cailan. The king had invited all the wardens of Orlais and their support troops to join him. Then nothing. We had 200 wardens and 24 divisions of cavalry. The first we heard of Loghain's edict was when everyone was turned back at the border. That was when the rumor reached us that wardens were being blamed for the massacre. We finally decided it was safest to send someone alone to learn how best to fight the Blight and this regime simultaneously. As a native Ferelden, I volunteered to make the crossing. With an offer of hospitality and a poisoned chalice. I was fool enough to think Loghain didn't yet know who I was. I wouldn't be much use to you in my current condition. And if you'll pardon me, I've a sudden desire to breathe some free air. I will seek you out later, after I find a good physician. And good luck, brother.
Who goes? You think you're clever, do you? Anybody tries to come in here without Hal's say-so, we get to do what we like with them. I think we finally got a bit of entertainment here, lads.
Haha, they're all so eager to die, aren't they?
Watch out, trap.
Now this should be amusing. Oh!
You must! I hope I don't get blood all over me again. Face that!
Oh, really?
Such talent! What's this? And how's that? Attack! Aha! What to do? Come, let's shed some blood. Now this is more like it. Here we go.
I love this game.
You could have just given up, you know. Why do they bother?
Well done, I say. Well done.
Your desire?
Are we in a hurry? Couldn't we all just get along, no?
Ha ha! Let's see!
Must
What to do?
Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
Likely unskilled. Why do they bother?
Battle it is.
I see. Let's have it. There you go.
My magic will make sure.
Off we go to combat.
Take that! Ooh, now a fun battle. I still remember my first battle.
Now this is more like it. Another foe fallen.
We must have victory. Now we go into battle.
It's so precious the way you go on. Truly, it is.
You'd think they would run away.
Wonderful! Come, let's shed some blood. And how's that?
I hope I don't get blood over me again.
Now this should be amusing. Don't play fair.
That's right.
I should like a trophy.
Grab some glory.
Good shot. A finer scene of carnage I've yet to see.
All the noise and bother.
Such talent! Fine move!
We must strike. Quickly.
Here we go!
Ooh, nice swing.
Delightfully unskilled.
Shall we compete for points?
What's this? Now this should be amusing.
Do you really wish?
Ah, this really gets the blood.
Why do they bother?
What to do?
Such! You must! That should like a trophy!
You'd think they would run away more.
Yes.
Delighted. As you desire.
Ha ha ha! We go to combat!
No mercy. Not so fast.
Now we play more like it.
Killing so precious to me.
I will fight if I must.
Come, let's shed some blood.
Right then. All right.
Shame about the face.
Do not.
Here we go.
Shall we compete for points?
Fight fair.
Bad day.
Well done, I say. Well done. Don't leave me here. Get me out of here. That's an order. Don't out of here. That's an order.
And so I shall.
Was this supposed to be a lesson? Did my father think it funny to leave me for so long before sending you? You move in august company, stranger. I am Oswin, son of Ban Sigurd, of the Dragon's Peak Banon. If you aren't one of our soldiers, pray tell me, who should I be thanking for my rescue? Merrick's bastard. Then I need not question why you're here, for your friend's claim to the throne is the greatest threat to Loghain's regime. You have my heartfelt gratitude. And I assume the gratitude of the entire Dragon's Peak Banon. If my father sent no one after me, I can only assume that he does not yet know the true colors of the snakes he is allied with. But if you talk to him, I'm certain he would offer you any reward you might ask. Then there is a Landsmeet after all. Hal said the Isle of Redcliffe was dead, and the Landsmeet called off. I swear, if there be any forum to speak out against Loghain, my father will be there. Now, please, I must try to get to him. I cannot see the last of this place too soon.
Yeah!
Can we all just get along? No?
Now this should be amusing. I should like a trophy. Shame about the face. Now this is more like it. Off we go to combat.
Must always be me.
Likely unskilled.
Why bother? Let's see.
Annoying.
What to do?
Off we go to combat.
Excellent at all.
Oh, Maker. Oh, Maker. Oh, Maker.
Sounding the horns for retreat. Do you hear it? Do you hear the dogs howling?
All right.
They said to retreat. The horns sounded and we turned, and then the screams. We rode and they screamed and screamed and... Mother, can you smell the blood? They said it was only Darkspawn. But we ate them too. They died, and we left them. In the swamp. The witch. The witch!
He's obviously mad. I don't think you'll get anything more out of him.
Safe? Is there a safe? Perhaps next door?
and so I shall.
What month is it? Are you some enemy of Aurelians? Please, I feel like I've spent half my life down here. Rebellion? I know my kinsmen were unhappy with the Jarl, but I can't imagine a rebellion. There have been many changes since they caught me. I need to find out what happened. I need to get home, or flee the city. I thank you for your aid, stranger. I wish I had more than gratitude to offer.
Well, well, the Grey Warden. I must say I'm surprised Eamon would condone you invading my castle and murdering my men. Is he losing faith in the persuasive powers of his land's meat? The traitorous bitch has you under her thumb. Honora does love games. I'm surprised she'd play with the likes of you. You should have left when you had the chance, Warden. Slunk off to the Anderfells to hide with the rest of your kind. This Landsmeet is a farce. Loghain will triumph, and you will die.
Haha, they're all so eager to die, aren't they?
That's just like a trope! Why do they bother? Here we go!
Let us end this.
No mercy.
Too slow. It's nothing but excitement.
Not so fast! Let's have at it!
This really gets the blood pumping.
Close! That's it!
Killing yourself would have more dignity, no? Shame.
We must have
Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
Down!
Good shot.
That went well.
How invigorating that was.
Make her spit on you. I deserved more.
Maker, have mercy on your faithful servant. Andraste, bride of the Maker, have mercy on me. Alstana, is that you, little sister? No, I don't know you, do I?
Are you real? Alstana? I don't know. Where is my sister? Have you seen her? I'm Erminric, Knight Lieutenant of the Denerim Chantry. You aren't one of the Terns men?
He sounds like he's in lyrium withdrawal. He's got all the signs, confusion, weepiness. He probably doesn't even know what he's saying. If the Grand Cleric knew he were in here, she'd be spitting hot coals. Nobles don't have authority over Templars.
I failed in my duties, Maker. Forgive me. I failed, and there's no telling what he's done. Alfstana is a far better man than I would have been, but I don't remember how I came to be here. The Malefica. He had turned blood magic upon Templars and Circle mages to escape from his tower. Near Redcliffe, I cornered him, but the Terns men took him from me and brought me here. Yes, he destroyed his phylactery. We were spread out, trying to find him. I was alone. You are real, aren't you? My dreams are so strange now. Please, if you're not a dream, help me. No one can free me from fear, save blessed Andraste. Give this ring to my sister, Alfstana. Tell her I'm sorry. Please, ask her to pray for me.
Who's there? Stay away. You can't do this to me. I'll have you all flayed. I'm the Arl of Denerim. I'm Vaughan Kendalls, heir to the Arling of Denerim, it's true. Too many of our troops were lost at Ostagar. When the riots started, Howe came with men to reinforce the garrison here. Or that's what he claimed. As soon as I let him into the palace, he threw me in here. One more victim of the Elven uprising, he said. Let me out of here. I'll do anything. How should I know? They're prickly and take offense at anything. It's only their laziness that keeps them from being trouble most of the time. In my room, there's a lockbox full of sovereigns. Free me, and the key is yours. Here it is. Now please, hurry. I swear you won't regret this.
Well, is he losing faith in the...
All the noise and bother. Ha ha ha! Sir! Here we go! This should be amusing.
Ooh, now the fun part.
As you desire.
I love this game.
This is more like it.
Beaten by an old woman.
A bit more dying. Let's see.
Careful. Why do they bother?
Grey water. Next time. This really gets the blood pumping.
I say, well done.
And so I shall.
Mate. Andraste. Alstana. No, I don't know you, do I? I failed in my duties, Maker. Forgive me. I failed, and there's no telling what he... But the Ten's men took him from me. You are real, aren't you? My dreams are... No one can free me from failure, save blessed on.
Who's there? Stay away. You can't do this to me. I'll have you all flayed. I'm the Arl of Denerim. I'm Vaughan Kendalls, heir to the Arling of Denerim, it's true. Too many of our troops were lost at Ostagar. When the riots started, Howe came with men to reinforce the garrison here. Or that's what he claimed. As soon as I let him into the palace, he threw me in here. One more victim of the Elven uprising, he said. Let me out of here. I'll do anything. How should I know? They're prickly and take offense at anything. It's only their laziness that keeps them from being trouble most of the time.
As you desire. Of course.
Someone's here.
Look, you didn't say nothing. Wait. Who are you? You're not on my watch! Call the watch! We've got an intruder!
I should like a trophy!
Like we are skilled.
Yes!
My thanks. Because there are two sorts of people in this house. Those loyal to Hao, and those loyal to me. If Hao's people find me, I'll be killed. And my people will insist on escorting me back to the palace, where my father may also have me killed.
Let us go quickly, Walden. I do not think we wish to be here when they discover what has happened.
Warden, in the name of the Regent, I am placing you under arrest for the murder of Rendon Hao and his men-at-arms. Surrender, and you may be shown mercy. Don't be ridiculous. The Queen isn't being held prisoner here or anywhere else. Her father would never stand for such a thing.
What? Sir Catherine! Praise the Maker you're here. This brigand tried to kidnap me.
Unbelievable. Bring them down! Loghain wants the Warden, dead or alive!
All the noise and bother.
Fall, Car!
As you desire.
Bother! And how's that?
It's so precious the way you go on. Truly, it is.
For Loghain!
Too slow! Oh, I see! Off we go to combat!
Unless you're afraid of a woman.
What's this?
For Loghain and for
What did you?
Delighted.
Shame about the face! Hey now!
For Loghain and for Alden! For Loghain and for Alden!
Eamon, I may have done a terrible thing.
What's this? She throws her savior to the wolves, and now she has second thoughts?
What in Andraste's name has happened? Are you all right?
The wardens have been captured.
What? How could this happen?
Never mind that. The question is how to free him.
Surely you mean them, Your Highness. We need Alistair too.
Yes, of course, I meant Alistair too. Calthrion will take him to Fort Draken. Getting inside will be no small feat.
Oh, you're awake. I was starting to worry. Do you mind if I pin her down while you do? Or perhaps kick her? Who do you think will come? Oh, I wish I could see that. One person assaulting Fort Draken all alone. I hope you're right.
State your business.
I have a delivery for the commander of the fort.
What is it? I wasn't notified about anything coming today.
Well, the items are of a personal nature. No doubt he didn't want anyone to know.
Ah, fine. Wait over there. I'll get the captain.
There. Not so difficult, was it?
All right, what's this about?
A delivery for which I have still not been paid, by the way.
No one told me about any deliveries today.
I cannot imagine why not. Surely your commanding officer informs you whenever he is having items of a personal nature delivered to him?
What is... No, I don't want to know. Go on in.